we have a ceasefire. Like we didn't see that one coming. Anyway, let's run through those events quickly. Iranian foreign minister clarifies if Israel holds fire, so will Iran, fighting until the very last minute. So we'll stop if you stop, which is a very trying to save face way of saying, ouch, please don't hurt me anymore. Iran hit by deadly strikes as Israel claims victory. We have removed the threat. Israel said on Tuesday it agreed to a bilateral ceasefire with Iran proposed by Trump following 12 days of war with its arch foe. 12 days of war, 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 just really jumps out at me there. Last night, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu convened the cabinet to announce that Israel had achieved all the objectives of Operation Rising Lion and much more. The government said it had removed an immediate dual existential threat, nuclear and ballistic. Israel says it will react with force to any violation of the Iran ceasefire. Oil prices plunge after Iran retaliates with an attack on American airbase. Now that happened too. When the response comes and it is muted, oil drops. Tom Closer, chief market strategist, this rivals some of the historic sell-offs. There's still plenty Iran could do to push prices back up, and the markets could be getting it wrong, but oil analysts say there are plenty of reasons that fear has suddenly receded. Maybe they shouldn't recede so quickly and they should look at the bigger picture. Explosions heard after Iran launches a missile strike on US base in Qatar. Iran retaliated against Trump's bombing its nuclear facilities by launching missile strikes against a major US base in Qatar. Explosions were seen in the skies as Doha successfully intercepted the short and medium-range ballistic weapons and condemned the attack as a flagrant violation of Qatar's sovereignty, airspace, and international law. It was forced to close its airspace before the attack, which they knew was coming, forcing the diversion of passenger jets away from the busy Doha airport. In a statement, Trump called Iran's expected attacks a very weak response. Most importantly, they've got it out of their system, and there will hopefully be no further hate, he added. Of the 14 missiles fired, 13 were knocked down and another was set free as it was headed in a non-threatening direction. I want to thank Iran, get this, for giving us early notice that made it possible for no lives to be lost and no one to be injured, Trump said. Perhaps Iran can now proceed to peace and harmony in the region, and I will enthusiastically encourage Israel to do the same. Iran reportedly coordinated their strikes with Qatari officials in an apparent effort to minimize casualties. We're going to shoot at this time this many missiles in this direction. Seems like a set-up staged event for me. Remember, there are many targets left, Trump said in a brief address to the nation on June 21, roughly 2 hours after he announced the successful strike. If peace does not come quickly, we will go after the other targets with precision, speed, and skill. Most of them can be taken out in a matter of minutes. So now we have Israel happy. They say they've achieved their goals. We've got Trump happy. He's looking like the man of peace again that he wants to be. And everybody seems to have calmed down. Iran seems to have saved a little bit of face by shooting at American troops, even though they warned them it was coming, so that no one gets hurt in case there's retaliation. Very staged setup to bring this all to a halt for now. What has Putin got to say about his role in all this? Russian President Vladimir Putin emphasized Israel's large Russian-speaking population as a surprisingly key consideration in Moscow's approach to the escalating Israel-Iran conflict. Speaking on Friday at the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum, Putin pointed to the cultural and demographic links between Russia and Israel while defending his country's balanced relationship with both the Islamic world and the Jewish state. I want to draw your attention to the fact that almost 2 million people from the former Soviet Union and the Russian Federation reside in Israel. It is almost a Russian-speaking country today, and undoubtedly we always take this into account in Russia's contemporary history. So he sees the Russian connection in Israel when he's making his decisions right now. Or is he just trying to keep Israel completely calm and not expecting anything until the Gog-Magog moment is ripe and ready to be pushed forward? Trump has threatened lethal weapons if Iran is given nukes, because they said other countries can give them nukes. President Donald Trump threatened to unleash the most powerful and lethal weapons ever built if Russia supplies warheads to Iran. Did I hear former President Medvedev from Russia casually throwing around the N-word, nuclear, and saying that he and other countries would supply nuclear warheads to Iran? He posted on Truth Social. Did he really say that, or is it just a figment of my imagination? If he did say that, and if confirmed, please let me know immediately. So much drama. I mean, he already knows he said it. Trump continued, the N-word should not be treated so casually. I guess that's why Putin is the boss. He went on to laud the US's airstrikes on Iran on Saturday, which included dropping bunker-busting bombs on their sites, and Trump suggested the enemies have not seen America's most powerful weapons yet. Lavrov, on the other hand, warned of a possible World War III after all of the latest events that just happened. So everything's still tense, everything's still potentially cooking off, but Iran and Israel and America are now seemingly at a ceasefire for now, and it's a perfect time for China to keep supplying whatever they were supplying to Iran in preparation for what we as believers and eschatology watchers know is the Gog-Magog war that's lying not too far off. And Iran will be part of that strike on Israel too. So maybe in that meeting with Putin, when they went to Russia now recently, they were told, hold on, deep breaths, let's get this to a close, and we will get revenge at the right moment. Interesting times to be alive. God bless, keep looking up, and shalom.